Hey YouTube fans, I got my actuator back from SS Autotech. Thanks, kudos to Simon, the owner over there in England, for rebuilding this. I'm about to put it back into the F430. It had developed a leak from this chamber here. This is where the potentiometers go. These are new potentiometers, by the way. This is a new cover that Simon put on when he rebuilt it. It was full of oil behind here when I took it apart, and it was leaking down from the bottom here when it was on the car, and then I had like small little puddles of diff oil on the floor of my garage, which made me wonder where it was coming from, and took the actuator off, pulled this panel off, and sure enough, it was full of oil in here. There's not supposed to be any diff oil in here, which was a sign of some seals from here. These shafts go back and forth, and these seals in here were blown, and diff oil was floating, was going into here, which damaged the first set of potentiometers. Simon actually sent back my replacement potentiometers. This was put in by my mechanic last August, and sadly they were floating in oil, diff oil, for the last 8 months before I sent it to get rebuilt in England. Sadly, there's very, very few options in the United States to have this job done. Simon sent back my old parts. What else is in here? And parts that he took out. So for the whole complete list, I guess if you were to message me or something, I can tell you. But I guess this is like the main big boy shaft, I guess. This came by itself. And so he sent me all my used parts so that I would know like what exactly was taken out and what was put in. But there's lots of seals. The little black cover in the back is here. You can see it's really gross. I didn't want to get my hands dirty. I'm about to actually go work on the car. He replaced that plate where the potentiometers go. The old gaskets are here. There's some O-rings and seals in here. Yet to go through it. And of course my 8-month-old potentiometers, which he did test. He did not, have he didn't really say that I should replace them. He just said that he does have a 1-year warranty on his work and labor and the parts in here. So as far as like leaks and whatnot are warranted, but if I had a problem with the potentiometers, he would just ship me a new one, and I'd have to go through reinstalling and whatnot. So I said I didn't want to deal with the headaches of going through it again. So I had him put a brand new set of potentiometers on, which he did fully test, is what I'm assured of. And if I can do this one-handedly while I hold this phone, I don't have my sidekick Eric to help me. He was also kind enough to supply these copper washers for the banjos, aka F1 hoses that connect to the bottom here. You need those crush washers. I called Fry of Newport Beach, where I got my car from years ago, and they were unable to. Well, I guess they do have them, but they couldn't. I guess I didn't offer to buy any, but they told me where I could source them, and being the lazy guy that I am sometimes, I just asked if Simon wouldn't mind donating some to my foundation, which he kindly did, and donated actually enough to have me do it twice. So he refinished the whole unit. So I don't know if this is called bead blasting or sand finish or something, but it looks almost brand spanking new. He cleaned up really well, and it just looks really nice. Let me pull this bag off here. Whoops. It's nicer when you have someone helping you, but I do not. And of course, Customs opened this. So let's see here. So I knew that Customs got into this because it says examined by U.S. Customs Border Protection. Yeah. So, yeah, so I was also reassured that the same settings of when he received it, my car had 0 shifting issues, by the way. And so he made note of the exact same settings, and he put it back the exact same way that he received it. So I am hoping that once I reinstall this, my mechanic will be kind enough to come over, help me re-bleed it. These are the 3 bleed screws. Re-bleed it, reprogram it, do a self-learn, and I'll be back on the road again. I sure hope that everything goes that smooth. And so here's the new cap on the rear. He's got nice fancy plugs and everything. There's my serial number. I've yet to compare it. Hopefully it is mine. But yeah, it looks better in person, guys, than it does on here. But yeah, it looks better than when I shipped it to him. A lot cleaner. It looks, you could tell there's new gaskets all around. But yeah, I'm excited, and I'm gonna go out in the garage and put it back into the good old F430 and pray that it works perfectly and I don't ever have to go through this ever again. So anyhow, that being said, thanks for watching, guys.